Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and this reading is for Friday, February 19th, 2021. And today I'm using the Light Seers Tarot. Oops. So we have the Ten of Pentacles. Our theme is, oops, yeah, that's right. Our theme is the Temperance reversed and also flanked by the Six of Swords. Okay, so let's see if I can remove the glare that's going on over here. With the Temperance reversed, there's some because I look at this card on the law, the law of spirituality on cosmic intelligence, divine intelligence. Natural law, spiritual law, looking at it from that angle, when it's straight up, we're in the law of mutual reception, where when two forces come together, they create, a third entity which holds space in the divine realm, in the divine consciousness, and that we need that third realm in order to create anything. We need to have two yeses coming together in order to create anything of lasting power, coming from the greater good of the whole. But when temperance comes in reversed, that tells me that there's some element of a no that's in the way of whatever your creation is. Let's just do this. And within that scheme of things, what we have to do is to tune in to where are we out of balance on one level, where we're in that all or nothing place, thinking that I have to be perfect before I can jump on this new project. Now, I'm all for studying really well. I'm all for honing your craft and doing the best that you can. But at some point, you just have to show up and give what you have. Some point, you have to just overcome the fear of, or look at, it is part of the equation here when these forces don't come together in your new creation, is part of the equation based in fear. And I think it always is. Honestly, I mean, at least that's been my experience. Fear of not being good enough, not having enough, not being enough, fear of making a mistake, fear of failing, fear of the fear, like just you get in that vicious circle of fearing the fear. And it sounds crazy, but that's actually what it is. And I don't know about you guys, but personally, I have found that when I wanted to create something that I, really, really wanted to create, that impetus, I guess is the right word, or that passion, that new thing that I wanted to create was more important than my fear, and that's what got me over the head, the edge, over the hurdle, or the hedge, whatever you want to call it. So if that's what's going on, question your fear. And we all know that acronym, false evidence appearing real, the acronym for fear. And so it's questioning the validity of the fear. And are you really afraid of failing? Or is it really true that you're not enough? Because I don't believe that that's ever the case. And you can always go with that old saying of just, doing what you can with what you have, and to trust that you will grow and you will evolve through the process of just giving. And there's no just in it, like it's nothing small, but giving from who you truly are. And that will turn this right around. That'll turn it right around. And remember, we've got Archangel Michael back here, the protective angel, who fights for justice. So to know that within that fight to put yourself out there, you're shifting your own karma. The Temperance card, to me, it relates so much to the Justice card, because it's all about our life lessons and, putting ourselves out there, being in our truth and being clear, when I'm speaking to the Justice card right now. And when we do that, and of course, sequentially the Justice card comes before Temperance, so that is a gateway where we're constantly going back to find out, what is our real truth? Like, what is truth about that? And always questioning truth and evolving our beliefs over time. So, like I always say, just go for the truth. Whatever the truth is going to be your keys to your freedom, along with your self-responsibility to show up and ask for the truth and move forward that way. But so, tuning more into just the Temperance card, there's harmony in this. There's that balance and harmony. And there's tolerance for all walks of life and all created beings and all, sentient beings and just all of nature. There's a lot of self-control in this card, because you're kind of always weighing, the two forces. Like, okay, wait, is this the right way? No, wait, hold on. I think I need to put more energy over here. But then again, going this way is the right direction, but I've got to work within that realm of not going to just not going to that place where it's that all or nothing, where again, like where you have to be perfect or where you have to be a certain way, right? You just have to be yourself. Really, just be yourself, and then be very, very patient with yourself as you find your way. As you're looking for wherever you're afraid of failing, or wherever you're afraid you don't have enough. And if you don't have enough information, you can always get that. That's no big deal. And if you don't have enough resources at the moment, that will come as you start putting your energy, because if you can be aware of how much power you have, how much life force you have, how much power there is in your life force to create something new, the resources they're going to come. They're definitely going to come. Now, sometimes the message with the Temperance reversed, sometimes that brings in maybe being, well, of course, out of balance and impatient, but it can sometimes bring in bad decisions. So if in the past there was, a family decision that was made that caused an imbalance within the family structure, oftentimes it's not your fault. Oftentimes this is something that our parents and our grandparents did, and there's nothing we can do about it except for to come back to our own power. Because with the Ten of Pentacles reversed, of course, we're in that realm of not having, the resources. There can be a burden of family members that puts us out of balance. And we just need to move to, a more peaceful, calmer place. Now, it can also be family members in the past who've made bad decisions and who've been selfish and greedy, and were just, really risky with their resources, so that it leaves the kids in a place where they're out of balance. And now maybe you're in a different country, or they've left and they've gone to another country. You've moved and you're in a new country, and you're needing to move to a more peaceful place. So in those situations, it's really good to rewrite this up in the upright position. Would be to focus on your resources, your talents, your skills, and do your best to stay very, very balanced, because that's what's going to get you to this other place where you're free, where you have, that independent spirit, And this is a, transitory card too. This is a card of big transitions. It's not something small, because with this card we've overcome the challenges in the Five of Swords, which has us, out of that winner versus loser dualistic mentality, and we've moved on. We've taken our passion, and we've, very little baggage has come with this, only our essential needs, and we're honoring our essential needs, honoring our real needs, which are love and safety and comfort and connection, and to be seen and heard for just who we are, and eventually to be understood. And sometimes it's one of those 50-50 things on life, in life on earth. If you're seen and heard and understood and cared for and comforted, by others, 50% of the time you're doing great. But the other half of the time you're going to have to be there all completely for yourself. So if you just work on showing up completely for yourself and creating your own life the way you want it to live, the way you want to live it, then you're going to be much more independent. You're going to be going in the right direction. This card is all about going in the right direction for your path. This card is all about relief and recovery, and a brand new, future, brand new positive future. Moving into the shore where it's might be kind of rough getting in, but then once you're in, and you're safe. This can be a card of resolving a situation. And of course, the situation would have been something that wasn't cool, wasn't fair. And we're talking about, family inheritance, family's resources, family money, not all parties playing fairly. So this is moving forward, and this is moving forward with all this water here, even though we're not in the cups realm. This is a card of emotional mastery, and like a journey, the inner journey of getting out of emotional reaction and just forging your own way. And it can be that this is the way to go, and the all or nothing place is not the way to go, and the reliance on family members who haven't been there for you in the past. Can you see the sun coming in brighter? I didn't change the lighting. It's the window here. The deal is the right way to go will be independent of anyone in your family. It will be independent of your ancestry. And you will have ancestors on the other side. You will have probably at least one family member or loved one who will be on your side. I hope that you have that. And if not, it's okay. You go your own way anyhow. Because that's how you create. It's the only way you create, is to have all of you back together. You can't do it if you're split, and energy is held back in a situation where, there can even be like dependency, like where someone's dependent on you or you're dependent on them, and and that needs to shift. And if this is one of those situations where you don't know what to do, and there's too much going on, there's too much pulling on you, and it has you in the place where you're in survival mode yourself, because there are family members who are pulling on you. And self-care is one of those very, very challenging things, and again, like you're feeling in survival mode. You have to stay very, very careful and cognizant of what your real needs are, and then move forward. Definitely move forward. Because our family members should never put us in those positions where we're having to, get into survival mode. That's not the way it should be. So let me put these over here so I can still keep an eye on them, and let's use the Animal Spirit Oracle and see what else we get. What else is it that we need to know? What would help the most? Yeah, sometimes it's wasp spirit that says sometimes life stings, but spirit has a plan. Koalas crack me up because they're always like high on the eucalyptus leaves, I guess, but they're connected with some other dimension that we need to know about probably. But yeah, okay, so life is speeding up. Well, these two cards definitely go together. They definitely go together. There is speed here. And when we're in this upside down creative place and we need to, bring it upright and create from our core and say yes to life, yes to all the beauty and love and life and all the support in life, when we say yes, we're opening up to spirit that can help us. We're definitely opening up to those higher realms, because there's so much about, this card is traditionally ruled by Jupiter, which rules Sag. So we're in the realm of truth or untruth. Like, what do you believe in? What do you truly believe in? And when your consciousness is open and it's in truth and it's, vibrating and moving and flowing with, within the realm of spiritual law, universal law, whatever you want to call it, or universal principles. If you don't like the word law, you can say spiritual principles. Then what happens is that your consciousness and your body and all of you move in a very harmonious way. Jupiter brings in the harmony. It can also bring in overexpansion. So this is where, why this card is so important about staying balanced. So, but when it's reversed, we're fighting the tide. We're literally like fighting the flow. And that's not the way to go. So just to trust that there is a divine plan, and if you can get on board with that, we can get out of the places where life is not challenging. But most of all, or get out of the places where life is challenging, I'm sorry. But most of all, most importantly, is just don't take it personally when life is challenging. It's not your fault. It's just that life on earth is not easy. It doesn't have to be so hard, but sometimes it's just really, really challenging. Sometimes we make it hard, and then other times we're just having to go through something because life on earth is not perfect. In your core and in your essence and in the nucleus of every cell of your body, there's perfection. But life on earth is dualistic, and we have to accept that. And accept that, finding our dualistic splits where we're in that, when we're torn in two, when we're in the vicious circles of believing it has to be this way or that way, and we have to be a certain way in order to, get this or that, then we're pushing up against like a double bind, like a place where you're not going to get either thing that you want. Because to break the vicious circle, is the plan. Break the vicious circle of the false belief. That's really the plan that your spirit has for you. So don't take it personally. Sometimes life is just very challenging. And then go with spirit as much as you can. Align with your higher self, with all your intentions, with all your choices that you get every day. Open up to choosing love and see how life will speed up for you then. So, okay, well, that's all I have for today. Thanks, you guys. I hope you get ready for a wonderful weekend, and I'll be back soon. Okay, bye.